Hey everybody, this is Josh Olive with Haven Comics, and you are here for the Haven Comics Quiz Show because it's Thursday night, and we're doing it despite the fact that there are tornadoes like going all over the place. If we decide to cut the show short real quick, it's because there's tornadoes, and we all need to go and get someplace that's not in front of a camera, so that if we get swept away, the whole world doesn't see it live, because that's just embarrassing. So stick around and we'll be right back to ask some questions, get some answers, and hand out some prizes because we're cool like that. Hey, everybody. As I said just a moment ago, Josh Olive with Haven Comics here. Big news today in comics for anybody who hasn't seen. Marvel is moving their distributorship to Penguin Random House. We can still get them through Diamond, but Diamond is now going to be a wholesaler rather than a distributor, which is going to change costs and things like that. And there are a lot of potential very bad things downstream that could happen as a result of this. So it's going to bear watching, and we're going to have to keep an eye on it. We'll talk more about that later. This is not a news show. This is a quiz show, so we'll get to the quizzing here in just a moment. But before we do that, I'd like to bring on my co-host, the one, the only, the angst-filled Jeremy Bernal. How are you?
That's me. Talking about angst, you're talking about me. When you mentioned tornadoes, were you talking about me? Because today, hey.
It's been a day.
What do you mean actual tornadoes?
Right, several casualties further south of us so far today. The neighborhood, you sold my brother a house here locally.
Yeah.
And the neighborhood that he just moved up here from got hit pretty hard with tornadoes today. So we're glad he's here and not there. So thanks for selling my brother a house.
Did I save his life? Is that what happened?
You did. I think he owes you now.
I think we're square. But I'm glad to hear they're okay.
You're probably right, though. He's not going to be a very useful person to owe you. He's unless you need him to. Well, he's got a lot of skills. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Great.
He's a bit of a mess. He's just got a sense of humor. He's gonna mess with you.
No, I love him. He's great.
So I was talking to some people about coming on the show today.
Mm-hmm.
And I had somebody who's like, well, I might be interested in doing it, but, and I'm not lying, this is what they told me. I'm afraid of what Jeremy would ask me for his random deep question of the day. And I said, you never know. That's the kinds of stuff that goes through his head all the time. He wants to know.
Hey, guys, if you're afraid of me and my questions, you're really afraid of yourself. So come on, let's therapize you, get you good, and win you some stuff.
If you wanted to be a dolphin, and you never admitted that to yourself before, well, maybe you should have, right?
Oh, man.
Well, this week is a special week because for the first time in our long and exalted history as a podcast streaming quiz show thing, we have a guest host. What do you think about that?
I'm pretty excited about it. This is going to be a lot of ping pong and back and forth. So
it is, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about because what you don't know is our guest host name is also Jeremy. So we're auditioning for a permanent Jeremy.
No.
I'm also a dolphin, though. So
I didn't realize I was going to get fired.
I can't fire you from the quiz show. It was your idea.
Right. I don't have time to replace you, Bernal. I don't have time to be a replacement.
How's it going? Hey, Huntsville Expo, Jeremy.
Hey! Cheers to you guys.
I see you're rocking the Expo hoodie there.
I live in this thing. It's super cozy, even on weird apocalyptic 80-degree days.
Very nice, very nice. So for people who don't know, and I'm going to assume that's not very many people, but for people who don't know, what is the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo?
Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo is Alabama's largest celebration of all things geek. We are an annual convention that happens right here in the Rocket City every spring that we bring together vendors, artists, authors, special guests, panels, charity events, gaming, basically whatever it is for being a geek, you will find it at the expo. All fandoms, all ages, all fun. 3 days full of it.
So aside from getting a year's worth of exercise in 3 days, which is what normally happens for you at the expo, what are you most excited about for this year's expo?
I always like new things. I always like when we expand. So we got a couple of new things this year. This year we're a 3-day show. We have Friday now, so curious to see what that looks like. You know, ticket sales have been great. So we'll see how well attended the Friday is. And then we're doing a blood drive this year. Awesome. Roll up your sleeves and donate. You know, Lifestyle said that their expectations are 11 units a day. So over 3 days, that's 33 pints of blood. I said, no, I want to do 100. So I want to triple their expectations. I just want to smash the goal. So I think we can do it. And we're going to be giving away a lot of stuff for people who give blood. So it'll be a good thing. And Owen Anderson is right. That Sunday night sleep is always the best sleep.
I believe that. We haven't gotten to him yet, though. You're cheating. Owen Anderson, for anyone who doesn't know, is the man behind all of the questions that we ask on the show every week. He has got this incredible encyclopedic knowledge of all things geek, and he hauls that stuff out, and he asks awesome questions that Jeremy sometimes even reads correctly.
Every now and then.
Reading involved?
Sometimes it's more of a challenge than you guys might think. But we're excited to have you on with us tonight, Jeremy. Glad to have you asking questions of our contestant and the audience, because that's always a lot of fun to do. We enjoy it. You're going to get to sit on this side of the fence and see how it goes. Speaking of our audience, if you're watching live tonight, that's awesome. If you've never been here before, welcome. It's all about having a good time. It's what we do. We ask questions. We're going to have a contestant on. We're going to introduce our contestant in a few minutes. And our contestant has a shot at answering the question first. And if he gets the right answer, then he wins the prize associated with that question. If he doesn't get the right answer, don't feel too bad for him, because it's good for you. You can answer it in the chat, and the first one to get the answer correct in the chat wins the prize. It's pretty simple. It's ridiculous, and we give away a lot of stuff that we probably shouldn't. But you know what? We have a lot of fun doing it, so it's worth it. Speaking of our audience, over here, see, it looks like Alan Breedlove was the first one on today. And I know that's got to get under Zachary Jordan's skin, because Zachary Jordan always likes to be the first one. And yep, there you go. He's not happy.
Zach Bringman and I were talking on the phone earlier. He was mad you didn't have it up so he could be first.
I like to time it so that they have to be paying attention. But yeah, and it looks like, oh, excellent. We got Spider-Girl back. She has made her triumphant return, having escaped the alternate dimension where there was no Haven Comics. That must have been a sad place indeed.
What was the name of the comic book store in this alternate dimension if there was no Haven?
I don't even want to speculate. Lord have...
Void.
Yeah, Michael Floyd is up in Ohio, and yes, spring, summer, fall, winter, it can get crazy anytime down here. You can always tell people who are not from here because they hear tornado watch, tornado warning, and they run and hide like you're supposed to do. People who are from here, like, they go outside and take a look and say, yeah, it ain't coming this way. It's just what we do. It's part of the fun. Apparently, the alternate dimension did not have tornadoes, though, so that's a plus.
Lucky.
Hey, our friends at Two Brothers Comics. How you guys doing? Glad to have y'all on board with us tonight. Speaking of Two Brothers Comics, you should go check out their YouTube channel because it's awesome. And we do a lot of fun stuff with those guys. And also, that reminds me of YouTube, which means hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification ding or dong bell, whatever that thing is, because that's all the fun stuff. We got Kaylisa in here with us. Hey, Dwayne Hill. All right. Welcome, man. We're gonna have him on as a guest sometime. He's got a lot of good knowledge in there too.
Speaking of the subscription button, we're past 100 now. We get to have a name.
That's true.
Guys, keep smashing that button and get us up past whatever the next goal is. We'll figure that out.
The next one's a big goal. It's 1,000.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big one. That's where the next thing happens. We got Dwayne on. Kaylisa, as our special events coordinator, is keeping the weather. She's keeping a weather eye out for us. So thank you, Kaylisa. I'm sure if we all have to jump and run, well, those who are in Ohio and such will enjoy watching everyone scramble.
I'll just get my bike helmet and put it on.
Oh, dude, just wear it the whole show. That better safe than sorry, right? There's Owen, the man who asks the question. It's all good. Jay Thornton, relatively new to Haven. We're glad to have him aboard. Loving that Alien picture you got there from Alien #1 that came out this week. Good book. Pew Pew Pew. No, we're not allowed to do Pepe Le Pew 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 anymore. That's gone. Christine May, great time. Glad to have you with us. Christine always, she makes a lot of prizes for us. She's making some prizes for the charity auction for the expo as well. She makes some awesome stuff. So very, very good. Let's see what else. Who else we got in these comments here? People talking about when they can leave the first comment. That's incredible. You guys really talk about this stuff. Well, no, not trying. It's a
not trying, Christine. It's happening.
We just want to be ready in case Jeremy ever can't. So let's see. Hosts have been stressed by the distribution news. Yeah, it's been a bad day on that front. We've got Steve Hinton with us from the Spinner Rack. Steve's also going to be at the expo. Everybody's going to be at the expo. If you're not going to be at the expo, what's wrong with you? You need to get there.
All the cool kids are doing it. So there's a comment about my coffee mugs, and this is my wife's coffee bar. So I'll give the full. See, it's very nice.
I love the color coordination with the mugs and the actual coffee maker. That's commitment. That's intense.
That is commitment.
My wife, she's an artist, so she's right there, dude. But yeah, those are our.
Hey, Alex, how are you? Colby Webb joining us, man. We got all kinds of folks here tonight. This is awesome.
Big cheese.
Yeah, for anybody who hasn't been to Two Brothers Comics yet, Nick, they did a fun little movie short that I was in, so enjoy that. You can't tell it's me, though, because I'm wearing a mask, so I'm practically impossible to sort out.
Guys, I'm always evil Jeremy. Don't let him lie to you. I'm evil Jeremy. Look at us. He's got the blue hero color scheme. Look at me over here with the.
We can't go with evil Spock and be like, oh well, it's the bearded Jeremy. You know.
Flash by Night with us. Hey, how you doing? Glad to have you with us. We did hit that hundo on the subs. We're really glad about that. What's an order of magnitude amongst friends? Preach, brother. We are getting quite a crowd on here tonight. This is rocking and rolling. I'm digging
I shared it on the expo page and said, come, you can win some passes and other cool stuff. So hopefully some of the expo fans are logging in. There's a Joanna Shirley. Let's say hi to Joanna Shirley. She is our super agent, bringing all kinds of great guests in 2 weeks. So
cool.
Rock on.
Yeah,
she would be bringing guests to what, the expo?
Yes, if that thing still happens. Yes, the expo. She would be a good guest on the show, though. She'd be a good guest.
You have been offered up as a sacrificial lamb, Joanna Shirley. We'll have to bring you on as our contestant for the Haven Comics Quiz Show, because we have a blast with this, as you will see if you hang out and watch this tonight. Yeah, you have upped your recording game for sure. The media coverage of this show is going to be spectacular, just from the one person, if nobody else even comes. Yeah, all right, let's see. Follow my upcoming new comic. That's awesome. Chris Davies, Expo fan, coming in hot. All right, that's how we like to see it. That's the good stuff.
Hey,
All right.
speaking of coming in hot, do you want to cut to our mystery guest that I haven't spoiled yet? Props to me. Order the prize cam so we can show off all the great things.
That's
they can
exactly what I was going to recommend next, because boy, we got a whole lot of people we had to say hey to there. We've had our contestant this week hanging out in the wings very patiently. So we should probably introduce our contestant this week. What do you say?
Let's pull him in. Let's see what he's got to say.
I can't wait to see what awkward question you ask him. Oh, Joe, he got it. Looks like we caught him on the line. And there he is. Oh, you got him. Wow, well done.
Matt, longtime friend of the store. How are you doing?
Doing fine. How are you, gentlemen?
I'm good over here.
Two of you are a gentleman. One of you is a scoundrel, but I won't say who exactly.
I'll leave that up to our imaginations, will you?
Oh, man.
Jeremy, the other Jeremy's got the Expo Jeremy is, he's got it down pat. He knows who it is.
That's terrifying. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Got a lot of people excited for the con this year. Check that out. Yeah.
Awesome.
Matt, can you get just a little bit closer to your microphone or maybe pull it a little closer to you?
If I get too close, it'll be like this.
or just
Perfect.
project from the diaphragm.
What about like this?
Everybody's saying hey to you. Everybody's excited to see you on here.
What's up, Steve?
Matt.
How you doing, everybody? It's nice to see all the people I don't know and some that I do.
Matt, you have been a friend of ours up at the Haven for a while now. Haven Comics, the best comic book store on Slaughter Road. So what's your nerd cred? What's your geek flag that you fly? What kind of stuff are you into?
I have a sorts of all kinds of different geek. I'm a big indies comic book guy. The kind of indies kind of shortened down when Marvel took out my other indie property.
Well, that's true. One of your favorite indie properties is no longer an indie property, right?
Yes, it has now gone to the dark side of that Marvel banner, Alien. So I like Aliens, the Alien franchise. Got my love for that when I saw the movies, and then got a hold of the comic books. So got the original, very first Alien comic. I've got the AVP and the first edition of the Alien and the Predator together before it was classified AVP. Let's see. I love Judge Dredd. I enjoyed Carl Urban's portrayal of Dredd, which much better portrayal of Dredd than Stallone, because anybody can outdo Stallone.
That Carl Urban movie was awesome.
It was very well done, and more portrayal of the character itself. Star Wars, Star Trek, Batman. I do enjoy a good Batman book.
So how would you feel, just knowing what I know about you, how would you feel, I'm going to go to a different view here for a sec, about this?
If you back it up a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's a beautiful thing. That's my other favorite property, RoboCop.
That's two things you love all in one book.
Yes.
I saw that, immediately thought of you.
Nice. Yeah, he's got me. I got that Terminator, the first edition of the Terminator that you had for me at the shop. So I guess I have some new books to get graded that I'm actually going to keep this time.
Yeah, stop selling them all to people.
Well, the Godzilla, the Terminator, and the Predator, and the Alien, those are going to be for keeps because those are my favorite franchises. Now I'm worried about whether or not Marvel is going to be able to do the job. But
well, we'll find out. Alien number 1 came out this week.
You guys talked about some negative consequences coming with Penguin Random House, but I'm a literary nerd, so me hearing that Penguin Random House takes over, I'm hearing that's awesome, that's amazing.
Awesome for Marvel, right? I got
why
no
is it
beef
awesome
with that.
for you?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, and I'll just talk very quickly about them because it's not what the show's for.
Yeah, give us the bullet points. I want to know.
All right, as a retailer, if I can go to one source to order all my comics, I only have to do all the work once. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to two sources, which I'm currently doing now with DC through Lunar and with everybody else through Marvel, I'm doing twice the work. I still don't make any more money. It costs me money to order DC books. With Marvel jumping out, that's a third place I'm going to have to go. So I'm going to have to do 3 times the work and make no more money. But then also, if enough people jump ship from Diamond and go to Penguin Random House, Diamond's not going to be able to stay afloat. They're going to collapse. They're going to kill the indie market because that's where all the indie book are published or distributed through there. So it's going to kill the indie market. Plus, and so I'm going to have to end up going to 20 different sources, doing all the work I can currently do now, going to one.
And they're all going to be Kickstarter.
So it's going to cost me money to order other books. And I'm not going to be wanting to go to point with all these different publishers, taking risks on books I've never heard of from publishers I've never heard of. I'm not going to see it in Diamond previews like I have been for the past 20 years. There's a whole lot of very, very bad negative consequences that could come out of this.
Wow. I didn't even think about all that.
Oh, yeah. I have to think about all that.
I just thought about the slick Penguin Random House editions. Those classic covers? We can get a lot of those. I'm excited about those.
Yeah. So it just depends on what happens, because if enough people stay at Diamond is going to become a wholesaler instead of a distributor, which means that it's going to cost us more to get our books, Marvel books, through them.
Ouch.
Than it will to get them straight from the distributor, because now you got a middleman in between, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to cost us more.
Does that mean the cover price is going to go up then? If
probably. DC's already jacking their cover prices up a lot.
Yeah, and then people start buying more digital, and
that hasn't proven to be the case. Digital hasn't grown a bit. Digital has stayed flat, and that's the overlords. The giant corporate overlords don't understand comics. AT&T does not understand comics, and that people want to hold the product in their hand. They don't understand why people don't want to read digital, and they think everybody should. So they're trying to force the market to go that way, and it's just not going to work. It'll kill the market, but it won't grow it digitally because people don't care.
Barf.
It's not enough. Some of them will, but a lot of them are going to be left in the dark. A lot of them are just going to be absolutely left in the dark.
It's unfortunate for you, for the business.
It's unfortunate for comics, because right now there are some phenomenal indie comics coming out, and they get exposure because I can see them in the Diamond catalog, and I can order them through there. And I wouldn't see them otherwise, because I don't have time to go out and look at who's publishing a comic today. Is it somebody I'd never heard of? Let's try those. I just have no faith that I can move that market, so it becomes very challenging.
Yeah. Well, on that negative note, let's play a cool game. You guys want to play a game?
So,
oh man.
So if we're going to play a game, that means we're handing out prizes. We should cut over to our very patient prize cam, the best prize cam in the business, and find out what prizes are we handing out today.
I think we should. I think we should pop over there and see what's happening.
Do your Vanna White thing, Jeremy.
Sorry.
Why do you keep doing that?
I was trying to be helpful, and I was not. So I'm going to pop this up here. All right. So today we have, of course, some gelatinous feely things, fan favorite. We've got some Haven Comics stickers, as always. We've got a beautiful The Child, what's his name? Grogu bag from The Mandalorian, which I finally finished, by the way. It was pretty slick, gotta admit. And then we've got the Star Wars Duels game. We've got a Walking Dead variant cover. We've got a Firefly variant cover up here. This white one is just line art. It is a nude trade variant, which means there's just no trade dress, no logos. We've got this slick full foil signed Avengers 360 featuring Vision, which everybody loves. Josh, tell me more about this book.
Well, that is signed by the artist Steve Epting, who is fan-freaking-tastic. He's one of the best comic book artists in the business today. So we got you a shiny gold foil Avengers cover with Vision, signed by Steve Epting. What more could you ask for?
I mean, you had me at shiny. I'm like a human raccoon. Then we also have Bane. Just a ink drawing that I have on craft paper. That's up for whoever wins it. You can see he's real mad. You can see in his mask. He's just kind of yelling into the night. I
think it's interesting that the bat symbol behind him, the bat signal, appears to be broken. as in he broke the bat, and he also broke the bat symbol.
Yeah, but he's got to be far away from it. So I just did I tried something, and then it kind of worked out.
I just assumed he smashed it, and they just put the pieces back on and said, like, here, try and light that up again.
Hey,
got a couple of new folks joining us. Alex, how you doing? Jared, welcome. Nice tractor you got there.
We're also going to give away $25 in Haven Comics money like we do every week for the Canadian question. And then Expo Jeremy, tell us about the other
faces over there. You're killing me.
Tell us about the other prize they can win today.
So the final prize of the night will be a pair of weekend passes for the expo. So 3 days of fun for you and a friend. You can come see everything all weekend long. Retail value $120.
So hold on, it sounds like you're doubling what expectation I had. It's not for one person; it's for two people.
Two. Yeah, I thought.
And what if those two people have kids?
Well, then they'll just have to leave the children in the car. Oh wait, no.
God.
Kids 12 and under are free. So, and that's not just for the people who win the pair of tickets. That's for everyone. Kids 12 and under are free to the expo. You don't have to buy a ticket or reserve a ticket or anything for them. They will get in for free.
How great is
Very
that?
cool.
So don't leave them in the car.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, don't ever leave your kids in the car. Don't let. We just decided right now. We just figured out which one of us is evil. It is Jeremy Long. He's the evil one.
Told
But
you.
you haven't asked Jeremy asked Matt an awkward question yet, so I think it's time.
All right, Matt. Real quick. If your soul was a food item, what would it be?
If my soul was a food item, what would it be?
So what are you at your core, food-wise?
Sushi.
Wow.
Sushi.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
I like
Any particular
Is
kind of
this
sushi roll
like
or just the whole thing?
sea sushi where it's made out of possum or what?
Made out of possum. No, it's not. It's made out of roadkill.
A hot dog roll.
A hot dog roll. It's a hot dog rolled in a hot dog bun.
Try it.
Hey, they're very popular.
With Rice Krispies instead of rice.
I love it. Hey guys,
Well, let's get to asking some questions.
What do you think about playing the? I think our guest host should start us off tonight. What do you think?
Oh, wow, no pressure there.
Yeah, you didn't even
Right.
know.
Mr. Posey, question 1. Let me ask you, do you like Star Trek? Do you know Star Trek?
I like Star Trek.
All right,
Yeah.
well, let's go to the next generation. What Starfleet officer was unceremoniously killed off at the end of the first season of Star Trek, The Next Generation?
I believe that was Tasha Yar.
Give that man a prize. We
Great
don't even know
job.
what he played for, but he already won it.
You
Yeah,
know
what
what he
did he
played
win?
for? We're going to go ahead and add the prize cam. He played for the Slick Haven Comic stickers and a little stabby button. You just stab whatever you want with that. What are they called? Push pins? Yeah.
Yeah. You focus on the stabby part, I notice. I find that interesting.
Hey, man, I talk about what speaks to me. That's all I can do.
I worry about you, Pranav.
Good job, Mr. Posey.
Yeah,
Wanna
you nailed
know.
it.
Well done. Yeah, you started off hot.
He-
That's awesome.
He nailed it, and he nailed it right away.
Yeah, he was like, well, I know the answer to this. Let me ponder. Yes.
What Owen wants us to say is Denise
These are for
Crosby
checking your blood blood sugar. I got to check my sugars.
Denise Crosby just wanted to be let out of her contract. That's why they redshirted her. So
That's what they do. They did that to another character in DS9 when she wanted to have more money. They killed her character off.
dang.
They did that with Beverly too, and that's why she missed out on season 2 because She wanted more money, and they're like, "No, we're not going to give it to you." So they put the other one in, and then she came back in for season 3. So that's what CBS Paramount does to people when they ask for more money. The women, they do. The males, they don't kill them off.
Yeah. Do you get? I mean, do you just accidentally get lost for a year on the spaceship? I mean, what happens there? Like, oh, we forgot about her. She was wandering around down on the 11th level. She forgot where she was.
Amazing.
Been in the mess hall this whole time.
Wow. So what's what's the prize for question number 2, Jeremy?
I think the prize cam's got it up here. We're going to go ahead and show off these gelatinous feely things, as always.
Otherwise known as erasers.
I mean, who's going to erase something with these? You're going to take Wolverine's face and just into some paper? I don't know. These are...
It actually grows back, so it's
Wolverine, the best eraser ever. And that also looks like a Scooby-Doo Goo Crew action figure.
Yep. Or, as we were corrected before, it's just a figure.
Just a figure. There's not much action involved. That's for sure.
It's a collectible figure, as it says on the package.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yep.
It's very collectible, highly sought after, those figures.
You know what? I looked for those in other places. They don't exist. Your shop is the only place I've ever seen those. You can't find those on eBay or anywhere else. So I think you made them. I think you just made them in your basement.
He has the market cornered.
I do. I should have picked a better market. So go for question number 2, Jeremy. Ask away.
You want me to? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Matt, I think you've got this. I believe in you.
Or do you want me to ask it, because the third one is for your art?
Yeah, you take it.
He wants me to ask it. I'm going to ask this one. So we'll see how well you know it. You said earlier one of the properties you like is Predator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the movie Predator, what DC characters are the commandos based off of? The character Hawkins can be seen reading an issue of this comic book title in the end credits.
Oh, crap. I'm going to have to say I don't know that one.
Well, but take a guess. Your guess, if you say I don't know, you automatically lose. If you guess, you might be right.
Very true.
Repeat the question again.
Essentially, one of the characters in the Predator movie is reading a comic book at the end of the credits. What comic book is he reading? What characters are these the military characters in Predator based off this comic book?
I'm guessing Justice League, maybe.
I always think of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse the Body Ventura as Justice League fodder.
Yeah.
But that is incorrect.
Okay.
It was a good guess. It's a worthy guess. We do have a correct answer already in the comments.
And I think it's worth noting, too, audience, when Matt inevitably gets it wrong, you just have to have the first answer in the comments. That's it. That's all you got to do. You've got to have plugged it in before anybody else. Matt, we know, is going to get them all right, but when he doesn't, you just got to be the first person to plug it in the audience. That's all you got to do.
Now, this is not correct, but that was a darn good comic, and the movie was good, too.
That was a good movie.
The correct answer is from Chris B. Sergeant Rock.
I'll have to rewatch the movie to just see that end part.
Yeah, Hawkins is reading a comic book at the end, and he is reading him some Sergeant Rock. Now, Jared, it would have been better had he been reading G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, it wasn't.
The part I love about this question is, what were they based off of, right? So that means you're writing a movie, and you're like, I want to rip something off. Here we go. I'm going to grab this. I'm just going to put those characters in there, strip their names, fill them with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Good to go.
Well, see, at that point in time when those movies came out, they had not had the AVP and the comics for them until the AVP series came. After the movies is when after the individual movies is when the comic books started.
Mm-hmm.
Up until that point, there was no printed material for these characters. So they were all originally created.
Huh.
They were something different to where jumped off screen into the pages, whereas Marvel and DC jump from the pages to the screen.
Yeah.
Sometimes they trip from the pages to the screen, though. So
Yes,
Sometimes they fall down a flight of stairs on the way.
Yeah, they do.
terribly.
Oh, Fantastic Four! Here comes Galactus. Ah.
Steve Hinton apparently knows the issue.
Oh,
That is
wow.
hardcore commitment.
That is insane.
oh,
We'll leave it up
Wow.
to Steve
Hang
to
on.
know that.
I'm going to have some words with somebody here, and somebody is not going to find that very pleasant. Don't you even. Mm,
Dan
That ain't
Strickland
right.
has a
Gotta go.
that ain't right. Okay, now Haunted Tank was also a darn good book. I'll give you that. That was good stuff.
Question 3. We're
What
gonna
are
play.
what are you playing for?
We're gonna play for this
burn.
Bane drawing on craft paper. That's just me. I was doing some kind of I don't know. I think it was some kind of art challenge with Tom Price. I'm talking about him all the time. But that's it. He was like, "Hey, let's draw some characters we don't like to draw," and Bane. So I don't ever draw Bane. I mean, I don't know. He's just a dude, just a guy. He doesn't have anything.
You're killing me,
Anything
Jeremy.
interesting about him.
Jeremy's wearing his Haven Comics hat there. It's covering up half his face. That was hysterical.
Uh,
It looks
I'm
good on you.
usually-
You should get one.
Yeah.
You know what we need for Haven Comics? We need a ring that's the Haven Comics logo, and it needs to be like the ring that the Phantom wears, so that when we punch people, it says Haven Comics on their face. I guess we'd have to spell it backwards so they could read it after I punched them in the face. But I think that's pretty cool.
Hey, Zachary Jordan, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that.
Well, isn't it the
You've never
the
seen my
only
art.
artist that- You've got art behind you though, Expo Jeremy. Your coffee bar's art. Well, your
Yes.
hair's artful too.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, your hair is very well coiffed. You probably don't get enough compliments about it, but no, it's on point.
All my office mates around here, they can't appreciate it. Children.
I bet they do, and they just don't feel confident enough to say it.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, the new Mike Wazowski. Yep. All right. So what's question number 3 for that awesome Bane art?
All right, Matt, you have this. Take your brain back in time, 2010, 2009, 2010, I don't know.
2008.
What? Pretty close. I was almost there. What real-world celebrity did Tony Stark mistake Stan Lee for in the first Iron Man film? Stan Lee's cameo.
Hugh Hefner.
Yes, sir. You got it. You just scored that Bane drawing. Man, you're on a roll. You're killing it.
I'm
You got
2 for 3.
2 for 3 is pretty good. 66%. I mean, what do you want?
Oh,
Who said anything about punching people?
Uh-oh, we got in trouble. Public relations came in.
Kaylee's is reining us in.
You're going to have a meeting with HR Monday morning.
Yeah.
man.
Dang it.
Those are
That's
never
going to be a
fun.
long meeting. Oh, Lord have mercy.
We could
That's-
find with the ring, we could find a catchphrase that can kind of mimic the Green Lantern call for comics.
That's true. We probably could. I really want one of these rings now. I need to know somebody who's
Okay, you're gonna have to make this happen. 'Cause
I need to know somebody who's a blacksmith who has a forge who could do that, Steve Hinton. I'm not going to name any names, Steve Hinton, but Steve Hinton, I think you could probably pull something like that together.
If anybody could pull it off, it's Steve.
Yeah,
Man works metal like nobody.
yeah, that's what I need here.
He is the real Iron Man.
I love it. That should be his Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real Iron Man. All right, so what is question number 4 playing for, Jeremy?
So let's cut to the prize cam. The prize cam can let us know. This is going to be that new trade variant of the new Firefly comic. So,
The brand new verse?
yep. I
For
don't know a
anybody who
lot
doesn't
about it.
know, brand new verse is the Firefly book, but it's set 20 years in the future.
Ooh.
And so Mal is there. Jeremy, along, you're killing me. That's hilarious. So Mal is there, but the person who's taking over and running things is Wash and Zoe's daughter, who you see here. So it should be a really interesting book.
That was a good movie too.
Was it? It's quite the teddy bear you got there.
This is Eli's friend, Max. He's hanging out.
Well, like you do.
That's right.
So what's our question there, Mr. Jeremy Long?
All right, so we're switching it up from movies back to comics. Well, I guess not back to comics. Our first comic question of the night. Matt, who was finally revealed as the ex-traitor, the traitor, that Bishop came back in time to stop from killing the X-Men? Think late 90s, early, when was that? Late 90s?
Yeah.
It was mid 90s because Onslaught was right after Age of Apocalypse.
94, Owen said. I think it was that early. But I'm not going to question Owen.
Pretty sure it was 95, Owen. Check your math.
Ooh, fight.
Let's see here. Let's take a stab at it.
Who was revealed to be the ex-traitor?
You get a lot of wrong answers.
We do, and they're
same.
great.
It's all. I remember this from the show. Everybody thought it was him.
No.
Not Gambit. Give you the wrong answer. Not Gambit.
Wrong
Also,
answers only.
not Sabretooth.
There's a lot of knots.
Take that, Dustin Ellis.
There's only like 8 more X-Men.
Hey, only 8 more X-Men.
800.
Got a
It's
1
not
in
like
8
800.
chance.
There's a million X-Men.
Let's see.
Hey, I'll give you another hint.
Phoenix?
It is not a Morlock.
The Phoenix. I know she wasn't an X-Men.
Phoenix was an X-Men. It counts. They all count. Final answer?
Possessed.
Yeah, final answer.
Not Phoenix.
Not Phoenix, but we do
Wow.
have a correct
Yeah.
answer over here.
A graphic to let you know you're wrong.
Well, we've got to get with it. Jason Edmonds looks like our first correct answer.
Okay.
Hey,
Right.
I want everyone to stop and acknowledge it wasn't me that gave it away this time. You went right to Onslaught. You went.
I wasn't going to say Onslaught.
But people didn't know Onslaught was really Professor X. Hardly anybody remembers that.
Oh man,
Clearly, based on all the answers, we only got one correct answer.
that's true.
I'm surprised
Jason?
Steve didn't chime in.
Nailed it.
He did. So well done, Jason. Congratulations.
Jason,
You won that
congrats.
cool new variant cover for Firefly Brand New Verse.
I was going to say Yo Mama, but she wasn't born. She wasn't around that time for X-Men.
Graphic of shame.
Graphic of shame.
It's the
That was
graphic
bad.
of shame. Hey, do I get to ask the Canadian question this week, Jeremy?
You
I never
do.
get to ask the
Lord.
Canadian question.
It is a special occasion. You get to ask the Canadian question. Let's get the prize cam in here. We're gonna rep Canada. There is a rule when you ask the Canadian question. Whatever the Canadian person is, you got to make sure that you add superstar or prize winning or award winning. They're not normal. They're amazing. That's
Hang
all you
on,
got to do.
we've got some dispute in here. So it looks like we may have had 2 winners or some such. I just didn't see Xavier in there. Well, Professor X was named first, Zachary. I see your comment here, but Professor X came in before that. So you were right, but you weren't first. And if you're not first, what are you, Jeremy
Wow.
Long?
You're
That's
last. You ain't first, you're last.
Right. Okay, so from Canada, we have our special Canadian question every week for anybody who's new to the quiz show, because our prize cam comes from Canada, as do many other great things. And we like to celebrate all the greatness that our northern neighbor sends to the world. So, what superstar incomparable unique, one-of-a-kind, never been one like him before or since actor and comedian who has gone way too soon. Got his breakout role playing Tom Hanks's brother in 1984 Splash.
Oh, yeah.
I got blanked out by.
That's so.
Did you have the answer?
So, no, you don't get to answer this one, Matt.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is an audience question.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is an audience
Okay.
question.
Good,
So
'cause I didn't know it.
So, yeah.
I'll have to rewatch Splash again.
What actor, what Canadian superstar, et cetera, actor got his break playing Tom Hanks's brother in Splash in 1984? It was, in fact, not Ryan Reynolds.
I think he
Ryan
was
Reynolds
born
was
yet.
Probably like
It
2
was
in 84.
not Chris Farley. It looks like we do have a correct answer.
We have a couple people.
We got several people who've gotten it right. I'm just looking to make sure we got the right first one, and that is Alan Breedlove with John Candy.
All right.
John Candy. I did not realize that when he died, he was only 43 years old.
Yeah.
I'm older
It
than
was
that
wonderful.
now.
Man, mortality. You want to come sit in the angst chair with me?
I'm kind of
What's
feeling
that?
it.
I'm 42.
So yeah, one more year and you hit John Candy level. So watch out.
Well, John Candy was
More
Very
my
fun.
size, I know. He was Uncle
You
Buck.
said that, not me.
He was Uncle Buck. He was the man.
Yep. He was Buck. He was hilarious.
Hey, guys. Owen's letting us all in on a secret. It's never going to be Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, but
And
he's
he's
being
being
objected
emphasis-
to.
Give it to Ryan Reynolds someday.
But congratulations, Alan. You just won 25 Haven dollars, Haven pesos, Haven smackers.
Josh, since it's your turn to do the Canadian question, what is that going to buy you at Haven?
What that can buy you at Haven is apparently, as we have learned on previous episodes, $25 worth of your biggest hopes and dreams,
Yep.
as long as it's available from Haven Comics.
Oh, man.
The way
$25.
you could
$25
buy more of
could be
those Scooby-Doo Goo Crew figures, collectible figures. You could buy some of
Yeah.
those.
You can
Yeah.
buy a bunch of stabby things.
Yeah,
Buy a
you
bunch of
could.
Haven stickers.
You could buy a ton of these.
Yeah.
You could pay us to advertise for us. We would let you do that. We would even encourage. You could get a keychain to advertise for us. Look at that. Woo! Who doesn't want that? You can put that in your pocket, and every time you get in your car, it'll hit you in the leg, and you'll be like, "Why do I have this keychain?" You want that?
What's the average comic? Like $4? You just won half of a year's supply of a comic. So go pick
Yeah,
out
when
a
you
new
say it
comic.
that way,
Half
yeah.
a year's supply?
Mhm.
If
You just
Yeah,
want
you can
6
buy-
months, a 6-month supply of a comic at an
Yeah.
average price.
Any one comic at $4.
But that would require that comic to come out monthly versus weekly.
Hey, Tabitha,
That's
we've
true.
got quite a crew of people on here tonight. A lot of names I haven't seen before. Welcome. Glad to have everybody.
It's because you're
So-
getting free advertising by Long. He keeps pointing to the sign like Batman.
That's what it is. You'll eventually run out of Canadians. I don't think so.
No, we
There's a
will
lot of
not. We will
Canadians.
never run out of Canadians.
You
We'll just
can't
do
find
the
it.
same Canadians over and over. Eventually, we'll get to my mother-in-law. We'll never run out, ever.
Hey, Ryan Williams, Mr. Comics and Death Metal himself, who was our guest last week, made out like a bandit. Welcome. Our Haven Comics, Haven Bucks like tickets from Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, although you can actually get more product for fewer tickets at Haven than you can with, say, the 4,000 things from Chuck E. Cheese, and you walk up and they give you a gelatinous feely thing. It's like, yeah, you can't do that.
Can they spend their Haven Comics money at your booth at the expo?
Anywhere Haven Comics is, yes, you can.
Great
And then-
question.
And you can buy cool things like. When was the last time you guys saw this? I had to pick this up the other day because it's been a while since I've seen it, and honestly, I kind of missed it because I've got this in a long box buried somewhere in a closet. This is an otherwise worthless book, and it's still relatively worthless. And it's got the most 90s.
I don't know what happened.
It's Josh. Josh, your mic is killing all of us.
Yeah, it's like killing our ears, seriously.
You lost permission to talk.
Your mic is doing that thing where everybody dies.
Switch it.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
It happened when it switched to big screen, Josh. I don't know if that would have anything to do with it.
He smashed.
Nope, that didn't work. Good.
Unplug it and then plug it back in.
This episode is going to be known as the one with technical difficulties.
The silent episode. So, Josh, go get a stack of paper and a black marker, and so the bullet hole protectors killed the show. Good job. Was it worth bringing that quarter book out? I remember when that came out, and I thought, what a cool thing as a 12-year-old boy. And now I realized I was right.
To address something real quick before we move on. Zach, that's called kidnapping. You need to let that Canadian go. Just let him go. Just let him go, Zach. That's all you got to do. All right.
That's hilarious. Give Josh a try one more time. See if he can behave. No, he can't behave.
Light enough.
Just pop your stuff out and pop it back in.
He's tried that a couple times, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
He's already tried that.
Oh, no.
Reboot the device that you're on.
We can't even hear you.
Stand on your head.
Smash it.
Smash that like button.
We'll take this time to hit subscribe and like and follow us.
Oh, man.
Josh, let's
got rid of that guy.
Question.
Josh is going to fix his stuff. He's going to come back. He's the highlight of the show. We want to make sure he gets back soon. While he's doing that, I think it was my turn to ask a question, right?
I think so.
All right.
Oh, we have DJ Josh.
Uh-oh.
All right. Can you talk?
Some records for us,
I don't
man.
know. I'm trying.
Yeah, you'll have to speak up a little bit. You're a little softer.
I'm trying.
Okay.
All right. Okay, cool. Let's cut to the prize cam while Josh figures his stuff out. So, what you are going to win this time, when you inevitably get it right, because we know you're going to get it right, you're going to win this variant cover of The Walking Dead. I don't know. That looks like Carl. Somebody's dying there. It might not be Carl. Who knows? What do I know? But it looks like him. That is a 20th anniversary celebration cover.
Oh, it's pretty cover. Very detailed.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
Looks rad. So, are you going to win it? You tell us. We need to know. To win that cover. Yeah, the audience needs to know because they're going to win it if you don't. So, first, Owen's not wearing any pants. I needed to know that. I'm sure everybody else needed to know that as much as me.
Yeah, that made my day.
What Hollywood legend played Dexter Riley, a Medfield college student with a knack for briefly gaining superpowers in a trilogy of Disney films early in his career? So, high points. Hollywood legend. This guy, you know him, you love him, everybody knows him, everybody loves him. He played Dexter Riley. He was a Medfield college student in a trio of Disney films early in his career.
I can even tell you what Disney films they are, and it's not going to help you one bit.
What's the Disney films? I mean, even though it might not help me.
The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, The World's Strongest Man, and The Invisible Man.
Yeah, never saw those from Disney. I saw The Invisible Man from 1930s.
A little different.
Not any of those. I'm going to say Ryan Reynolds. Just so the audience can have a chance, because I have no clue.
All right, Ryan Reynolds, last chance. That's your answer.
Haven Comics.
Okay. Audience, you knew this right away.
Right away.
Right away. Josh, which one do you see first? Because Josh typically sees the right one. Sometimes I get hoodwinked.
I see Zachary Jordan first, but
Mine too. They were great.
Owen, that explains a lot about you. I finally get it.
Well, he did tell you he wasn't wearing pants, so I mean,
All
Yeah,
right.
I also
so-
see Zachary Jordan first.
Yeah, that's what I see too. Is Kurt Russell.
oh, okay,
Kurt Russell.
definitely a legend.
Yep,
I didn't see those
legend.
movies.
He has a career enviable by all, right? So-
I'll have to check Disney Plus and see if they're on there.
All right, Jeremy. Who is our new guest host?
so we have a special host with the special host. This is Elijah.
Hello.
Elijah.
And so I wanted him to come out and he's going to read the next question. Do we want to
Okay.
show what the prize is for the next question?
We do. The prize for the next question, that is going to be Star Wars Duels. That is a card game. You play it. There's Star Wars. There's people warring in the stars. I think there are rebels. There might be-
wars.
Might be people from the Empire. What do we know? So,
Could be Justin in there for all we know.
and probably. All right, Elijah, you're gonna do this one for us.
That's right. He's ready.
Okay.
All right, you got to let us know first that this is the special real estate question of the night to pump my brand because.
All right.
What I do here. All right, it's all you.
What city and state has been home to the real-world Superman Super Museum since 1993? In 1972, the city was officially named Hometown of Superman.
The real life from Metropolis, Illinois.
Winner.
You nailed it.
Good work. Good reading. Good all around.
Good job.
All right.
Everybody's killing it. Elijah, thank you.
I couldn't do
Right.
it without you,
Now
Elijah.
go to bed.
By the way, I didn't know the answer to that
But
question.
now you know something new.
Oh.
That's a useful fact for you.
right.
Matt, have you
Tell your
ever
friends.
been to Metropolis, Illinois?
I have not been to Metropolis, Illinois. I hear it's a big gambling state. Or city, rather.
Well, it's not big anything. It's a tiny little town, and there's like an 18 or 20-foot tall statue of Superman standing in front of the courthouse. It's a funny little place.
They
Those
do like
Christopher
a
Reeves
Superman
movies.
Day every year, right?
They do, yeah. Yep.
Road trip.
Definitely. Once
I bought some kryptonite rock candy from that store in 2003 that Kaylisa finally made me throw away at the store like a year ago. We had that up at the store forever. Kaylisa is over here like twitching now because of it. But
That
yeah, she finally
candy-
was like, "You have got to throw that away. That is just nasty."
It looked like it survived a nuclear winter. That candy was disgusting. Matt, is that a fire alarm?
That's
that is
probably a
the
weather alert.
right here. That is a weather
Oh
alert.
man, fill us in. What's going on?
Tornado watch number 154, effective till 1 a.m.
But it's a watch. It's not. It's not a warning.
It's a watch, so that means the possibility of a tornado that
Yeah.
could happen. So, but quick question: your favorite actor that has played Superman? Mine would be Christopher Reeve, and my favorite.
Well,
movie-
okay. Backtrack. Our
Okay.
favorite actor as Superman, or our favorite
Yes.
actor who has played Superman.
Played Superman.
Okay.
Mine would be Reeve, Christopher Reeve. I grew up with Christopher Reeve.
That would be an unpopular opinion. I liked Brandon Ralph.
I like Brandon Ralph.
He was a great. He's fun.
What about you there, artist Jeremy?
I'm figuring it out. I know
You're
who my
Googling
answer
hard.
is, but I don't know his name. Okay. I know his name. Matt Bomer. Matt Bomer, sexiest man alive, by all hands down. Matt Bomer. He's my man.
The guy from White Collar?
Mm-hmm. He
He
voiced
played
Superman.
Superman?
Did
Yeah.
he play Super? Are we
Man, I
did
wish he was
voice-
on screen, but he wasn't. It's just his voice, but whatever. I'll take it.
Well, I mean, technically, I did say.
People
but I
say
said
Kevin
movies.
Conroy's their favorite Batman, so
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Mark
Okay.
Hamill's my favorite Joker.
I was gonna sideways into it a little bit and say Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
How's
in
that
the
work?
movie Hollywoodland, Ben Affleck played
Mm.
George Reeves, who
He did.
was the original Superman on
And that was a good
screen.
movie.
Yeah.
And so he was in the Superman costume on screen, and it was great. So he has played both Batman and Superman.
Crazy.
Sorry if I wrecked a future question for you there, Owen.
That's the next question, Josh.
Who's the only person to play both?
Curses foiled again.
Trat. It's all your fault, Robin.
All right. So what's our next prize and what's our next question?
Special thanks to Christine, as always. She has given us this beautiful, I'm going to say his name is Grogu because I like being disappointed, so why not? This Grogu
I like the
bag.
child.
Hey, yeah, I mean, I'm all about the child. When he didn't have a name, I was a little happier. What's Grogu mean? But I mean, Yoda, what's Yoda mean? I don't know. Grogu's enough, I guess. But this is the child. He's on a bag. It's super slick. It looks beautiful. Christine, you're amazing. We appreciate you. Thank you for all you do for us in the show. And
I think Jeremy's wanting this. Long keeps sticking his head out like, ooh, ah.
you can win it. Matt, you can win it. All you got to do is answer this question. Can
No
you answer
pressure,
this question?
right?
Let's find out.
No pressure.
What do you know?
We'll
This is
see.
on Jeremy Long, right?
This is a me question.
Oh.
My sidekick asked the last one. That's why you're thrown off.
Oh, thank you. You're right.
All right, Matt.
Mhm.
Because this is the best comic book series ever. In G.I. Joe, what was the name of Snake Eyes' pet wolf?
Snake Eyes' pet wolf.
First,
I
Snake
remember.
Eyes had a pet wolf. If you
Mhm.
didn't know that, he had a pet wolf.
I remember reading this on the back of the toy. I remember it. I remember vividly where I was. I remember reading it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got
So-
it right, but I remember.
What was the name of his pet wolf? If you had a pet wolf, what would you name your pet wolf?
Gosh. Let's see here. Silver.
That's an answer. I mean, that,
That's borrowing from the Lone Ranger. I get it. Hi-Yo Silver away.
Well, let's see if I can come up with something more clever than just the silver.
you want to have some wrong answers, like Phil,
Yeah, let's see. Phil.
Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Just fill you in on some wrong answers. We got Fluffy.
Fluffy.
I like
Not
this
it.
one.
I always like Captain
Captain
Fangs.
Fangs.
I like that one. Let's go Rover.
Rover.
Rover the pet wolf.
Okay.
That's a good answer. I will say, in a sense, all of the answers are wrong. Even the correct answers.
Can I get the big graphic that says "Not this time"? Smash it
yeah.
up.
Yeah, you can.
It'd be awesome. Let me
Hey.
get that.
Now,
So-
the real question is, what did
This is-
Snake Eyes call him?
Correct. That's exactly my question. What did Snake Eyes call his wolf?
He didn't call him because Snake Eyes never spoke.
Exactly right.
You think when Snake Eyes was alone with his dog, he didn't say anything?
He can't talk.
He can't talk at all? Dang. Okay.
He
He
managed
swore
to
to balance
he
out.
managed to squeeze out a little bit of a raspy, like in issue 93, but that was it.
I didn't know he couldn't talk. I thought he chose not to talk. I thought it was a
No,
choice.
it wasn't just a vow of silence. No, he got
He had no tongue.
Well, he got messed up pretty bad in a wreck. But yes, Timber is actually the name of his wolf because he is a timber wolf. And also, I guess if you're going to call somebody, you're out in the woods and you want to call your wolf, but you don't want people. Exactly. People will think you're a logger.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good covert.
I guess if you called out Captain Fangs, that would work
So
too.
Alan wins the lovely Grogo.
Yeah.
Grogu.
No, I think we were playing for that comic behind you if Alan was the one that got the right answer.
No, you said
We
Grogu.
were, in fact, not. We were not playing for the G.I. Joe book, nor were we playing for this beauty.
That's cool.
Look at
That is
her.
cute.
Look
What
at
number
her.
is that one?
That is number 49.
Oh,
And
wow.
my favorite bit about this is this was one of the books that was used to put comic books in a heap of trouble in Seduction of the Innocent.
52 big pages.
Yeah.
Reading.
So big shout out to Steve Hinton at the Spinner Rack for hooking me up with that book.
Nice. Way to go,
The book is
Steve.
historically important.
And Steve says, "Yeah, looks familiar. Yep, as it should."
I want you guys to know if I had a pet wolf, I would name him Matt. That's all.
That's awesome. No brownie points for you, though.
All right.
That's awesome. So we've had 3 characters from the Snyder Cut talked about now.
If you guys want to see some other fun things that I recently picked up, embiggen me, will you? Because I got to show these off real quick.
Consider yourself embiggened.
Biggin. Batman number... Can't tell. Oh, number...
What's he wearing there?
That's number 111. They're wearing suits of armor.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they have to swing on chains because the rope can't support their weight. So Batman 111. You can get a coupon for free Dairy Queen ice cream, which is worth as much as the comic book.
Do you think that's still good?
Wow.
Do you think I
No.
can still use that?
No, I don't. Batman 147, which, look out, it's Bat Baby and Robin, because Batman got turned into a little baby Batman.
Nice.
I hate when that happens to me.
That's just wrong. It's Batman number 186 when Joker gets a new small person as a sidekick, and that guy recently got killed. Spoiler alert! In Batman 3 Jokers number 1, he finally died. The little guy with the nose that's like covering up Batman's eyes, he died.
Like an evil-looking Pinocchio.
It was sad. And then this one, the Detective Comics number 297, Batman versus a dinosaur fish dinosaur.
What?
I'm telling you, these are classics, and they will soon be available at Haven Comics.
And they're worth about as
Beautiful.
much as a ice cream cone at Dairy Queen? Or at least one of them is?
One of them used to be. Now the ice cream cone is not worth nearly as much.
Man.
Give me
Yeah.
the ice cream cone any day.
Do what?
Give me the ice cream cone any day over. Just kidding. Just kidding. I like
That's
comics.
just wrong. I'm
Some ice cream, okay? No, I want ice cream. I have
I do too.
thousands of comics. I don't have an ice cream cone currently. So supply and
burn
demand.
him as a witch. Carl Jordan, welcome. So yeah, I just showed those off because that made me happy.
So, for question 9, we have an awesome book segue. Just terrible segue from Josh had some awesome books. We've got other awesome books, and we're giving you some of them. So I'm going to add the prize cam to show you how cool this book is. This is
Good book.
This is a, what is this, gold or bronze foil? I'm going to call this a bronze foil Avengers with
360.
Vision. Mm-hmm.
Alternate.
And it's signed by the artist. You know, if you're into signed comics, if you want to just collect cool stuff, if you like the, Vision.
And you like super shiny covers?
Yep.
That is super shiny.
It's pretty shiny.
As a quick preview, since we're doing previews like crazy tonight, in the next couple of weeks, we will have some more signed books. We've also got Ultimate Nightmare #3 signed by Steve Epting. We have Green Lantern Final Crisis #1 signed by J.G. Jones.
Wow.
We've got another Adam Hughes.
Super Gen.
So we got some more signed books coming up over the next few weeks.
And they will be at Haven Comics.
Well, they will be prizes on the show.
Oh, yeah. And this is the one you're playing for right now. You want to win this?
All right.
Just get this question right. All right. Matt.
Jeremy.
Starring in 36 films and counting, what fictional... You know, I should have addressed the audience instead. Sorry. I was being hopeful. Anyway. Starring in 36 films and counting, what fictional... Wait, hold on. I said that.
36 films and counting.
And counting. Ah, nailed it. Okay. What fictional genre...
He doesn't spend the movie sitting around going 4, 5, 6.
The answer is the count. Now you know. Starring in 36 films and counting, what fictional, genre-defining, pop culture icon's American film debut was in 1956, a full 2 years after the film's international release? This is a stupid hard question. Oh my god.
Born in 1956.
Oh my god. This is a brutal question.
You just now read the answer, didn't you?
Yes. This question sucks. Oh, and this is great. I don't mean it sucks like you did a bad job. I mean like, dang.
Well, so much for that bronze cover, because I don't recall much 1956. And he's on 36?
36 different movies.
And
One
counting.
Fictional character.
Wow.
So it's not George Washington.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
Even though he is immortal, it is not Keanu Reeves.
I misread this and I thought this was an actor. I didn't catch
It's a
the
character,
word
not an
that
actor.
it's fictional. Okay.
Character.
Yeah. Fictional.
All right.
Ah.
Matt, the character is fictional, just in case.
That did sound like a word problem in 3rd grade math, didn't it? I don't know. How fast was the train going?
How many apples does he have? I don't know.
Spaghetti.
36 movies. This fictional character. That's
And counting.
It's Abe Lincoln.
And counting.
It is not Abe Lincoln.
A bunch of people say Dracula.
That's a reasonable thought. I mean, Dracula's had a ton of movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We came out way before on movies.
Yep, that was back in the 30s.
I'm sorry.
Sherry
Jerry.
Callahan. How you doing, Sherry? Kevin Davis.
All right, Matt, I want to help
So
you.
essentially, what movie came out internationally, then 2 years later came out here in the States, and it's a huge cultural icon, and he's been in a crap ton of movies ever since.
Before
And
you say you
counting.
don't know. Yeah.
And
Before
counting.
You say you don't know. When you stop, close your eyes and think international fictional character, there's only a handful that really just like burst into my mind. So,
And counting.
yeah.
More.
And counting. Jeremy's
More is coming out.
hitting it.
Who made the movie? What studio?
Lord only knows. We're
It's
the problem.
international.
I know,
It's
but
an
if you
international
say that,
studio.
you'll know it.
Justin Lynch doesn't want me to help you.
That's
Sorry,
because Justin
right
got the
answer.
answer first. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. And plus, he's itching, rubbing on his seat to get it.
That bronze signature.
Yep. I'm going to say. Gosh. Can I? Oh. Oh gosh, 1956, and then 2 years later it becomes in the States.
First big character you can think of.
Yeah, I mean, this character is a giant success.
Superman?
Oh, he's American, I think. Is that your final answer?
Let's see if he's American. Well, technically, you didn't say. You said fictional character.
He did.
Yeah. Fictional.
Gosh, international at first, then became a pop culture icon.
Yep. His character has created a lot of green for the movie industry.
A lot of green for the movie industry.
Rolling in the money.
I got nothing. I mean, literally, I'm drawing a
Okay.
blank.
All right. Now I want you to stop and think. What is the very first Japanese thing that comes to your mind?
Godzilla.
I knew you would know it if you just got to reframe the question, but unfortunately,
That's
it was Justin. They got it this time. It was Godzilla.
Man, that's one of my favorite
Godzilla.
The
platforms.
Titan.
And that movie came out on HBO Max today, right? I'm gonna go watch that.
Oh,
after
no,
the show.
it comes out April or March 31st.
What?
Godzilla
I'm gonna
versus
take that
Kong.
from
If
But
it
you
came
can-
out on HBO Max,
March
I would not be
31st.
here right now.
March 31st.
You can go on there and watch the original Gojira, and it was originally titled Gojira in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Before it
Yeah.
came out to the States. The States is what changed the name because Gojira was too hard to understand.
Right, and Godzilla made so much more sense to Americans.
Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, that was a hard question, though, because I was like, man.
Everybody was dying because they're like, these hints are killing me. And Jeremy's over here like, I made a lot of green. It was a huge
I was not saying
success.
anything. I wasn't going to say anything.
I was thinking not.
In a character,
Yeah. He was a massive hit.
huge in Japan.
Atomic.
Yeah.
Very huge. And it's still continuing to go. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's why I
Counting.
was like, and counting,
Yeah.
still going. It'll go up by one.
I could have said
That was a
maybe
good
That was
question,
good.
Owen. When I said it was unfair, it's because I didn't catch that you said fictional in the question because I missed it. My fault. Owen,
Well,
you did a
the
great job.
question was worded just right to where you
Yeah.
did not think of.
Mhm.
Let me ask you something. Had you not known the answer to the question?
Me?
No. Yes, you. Had you not seen the answer for the question, would you have known it? Be honest.
Honestly, I want to say no.
He saw the answer and he still didn't know
Yeah, I saw the answer and I was like, really? What are we talking about here?
I should have known that because I just watched that original.
It was the wording.
I watched the original 2 or 3 weeks ago because I'm a big fan of that franchise. I had never seen the original movie, and
Yeah.
that
Hey.
movie was good.
it. Owen deserves a little pat on the back, whether he has to do it himself
Yes,
or
it
not.
does.
Because that was awesome. And if
Yeah.
you've noticed, Matt, a lot of these questions have been geared toward your interests.
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I
Owen's
failed.
sneaky.
He's good at that.
He's sneaky that way.
yeah,
He finds what you like and then he tricks you into not knowing your own answer.
yes. But it's all about word choice.
Come on.
Jeremy.
Come on, Alan. I saw the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. I'm very proud of that.
That one doesn't count. That was
That-
a mockery.
The only one worth seeing.
If you're going to spend 2 hours to watch a Godzilla movie, that is not one of them.
I've seen Godzilla. I know Godzilla. I used to watch
Yeah,
Godzilla
Zachary, you
too.
cleaned up too much. That's why.
Yeah.
You got hit with the hard questions because you were doing too good, and we wanted to give you something to give you a real challenge.
I will give Owen his due. Owen should get the prize for that because he made that question so hard.
It was one of those easy questions made hard, right?
Yeah. And Justin, I'm going to come find you, and I'm going to blow my atomic breath on you so I can get that book.
That's too much. That's too much. I don't want to know.
Just get a ring with Haven Comics on it and
And
right
punch
in the
him
forehead.
Hey, speaking of good movies, has anybody seen Cherry?
What?
Never heard of it.
It's a Tom Holland movie, a new Tom Holland movie on, I think it's Apple.
Nobody cares about Tom Holland unless he's playing Spider-Man.
All right. I loved it. Okay. What are we hooking him up with? You want that book?
No, he's talking about because of Matt. The questions were catered to Matt.
Oh, yeah.
This is cracking me up.
Again, Haven Public Relations.
I like the all caps and again. Haven Public Relations.
Punctuation matters.
Kaylee's is keeping us straight here. So our next prize is the big one, right, Jeremy?
Yes,
and
sir.
Jeremy?
Believe so.
So
Oh,
refresh
Jeremy.
everybody's mind. What's our big prize for this last question here, Jeremy Long?
A pair of tickets, weekend passes to the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo.
I have a question about the expo. Do you ever regret not naming it something that makes a simple acronym?
They say there's no such thing as bad press, so when people struggle over it, they remember, though, that's the show that has the stupid long name. I mean, if it was
It's
just...
clever.
Right. Yes.
You know,
I
you
mean...
could have called it the Long Con.
Well, then I couldn't sell it.
That's
I mean,
actually
no.
pretty good, Matt. I like that.
So if I actually did have a couple different names originally. I thought about Rocket City Comic Con. I even had like a logo in my mind where it would just be RC cubed, Rocket City Comic Con. And then there was the whole snafu with using the term Comic Con. And then I don't remember what it stood for, but I think I had like Cape Con, and it was like comic, anime, pop, expo con. I don't remember. But I had some different ones, and then I just went with the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo.
That sounds like something you have to get checked at the doctor. Hey, do I have some HCPC? My HCPC level is off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Christine, it was right around that time. And also, at the time, NerdCon was still a thing at the library, so we had Rocket City NerdCon, so I didn't want to have Rocket City NerdCon and Rocket City Comic Con, so I just went with a long, unacronymicable name.
Real quick, housekeeping here. Haley, you had the right answer, but not the first. We had a right answer right off the bat, really quickly, because we have some real super nerds on here. Justin, not to point any fingers, Justin. But yeah, so
He was
sorry
itching.
about that.
I bet you he was jumping up and down in his seat going, ooh, 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 I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you know Justin, that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
This is great. Use the pin to check your HCPC. Yeah, so you use your Haven Comics pin to check your HCPC levels. Like, whew, I'm a little high.
I'm up to here with it.
I bet you are.
Thank you.
So-
I'll be here all night.
So, for a pair of tickets, weekend passes to the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, that is $120 value, which is awesome. What is our question? This is an audience question, correct, Jeremy?
With
Jeremy's
me?
like, I don't know.
Yeah. Because, Matt, you're already going to the expo.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
already
going to
booked.
be there. I'm going to be
Oh,
there.
then it becomes an audience
Yeah.
question, doesn't it? I think that's fair. I think that's right.
Throw it to the audience.
I tell you what, Matt, since if you know the correct answer to this question, well, even tell you what, this is an audience question, but you deserve a prize for us taking one of your questions away. We will hook you up with the RoboCop Terminator book
Nice.
as a special
Very
bonus
cool.
prize.
All right.
Tell him what he's won. All right, so am I reading this one?
Yep,
Yes,
this
sir.
is all
This
you,
all
brother.
you.
All right, again, this is for you, the audience, in Marvel comic books. So in the pages of the books, not the movies.
Hang
In
on
the
one sec,
Marvel-
Jeremy. Justin, you don't get to answer this one because you're already going to be there too. So you just stop it. You got
Yeah.
a table.
Everyone be cool. If you're already going, let somebody who isn't experience.
Yeah.
It, you know? Just,
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer it. I will be there.
He
Also,
will be running around with his head cut off.
if you want to see a crazy person, come to the expo. All right, so the question, in Marvel comic books, not movies, but in the comic books, Who gave Sam Wilson his powers to become Falcon?
That is for you, audience.
This is a good question.
Wrong answers only.
Christine, no one's answering because everyone's going. You're right, Christine.
All right, what's the question? Let's say it one more time. I got a.
All right. So, in the Marvel comic books, who gave Sam Wilson his powers to become the Falcon? I see some fun answers. I
see some correct answers. They came popping in pretty quick.
Justin, be
The
quiet.
man talks to birds. He's got powers. Are they good? Who knows? But he talks to birds.
I see a correct answer here, guys. Our
Kevin
first
Davis
correct
with the correct answer.
Wait, did somebody else have it first?
No, but Kevin Davis has a fantastic answer.
That is a fantastic answer. I agree. That Rick James. But it is, in fact, Red Skull.
So he was a sleeper agent?
Huh?
In the comics, he was a sleeper agent. Red Skull put him in there to be best friends with Captain America. I mean,
he did, but it didn't work.
That's a little donk, in my opinion. You got a bunch. Red Skull's always setting people up to be sleeper agents.
That's what the Germans did.
What a Nazi!
Oh man!
True, very true. Well, congratulations, Jason Edmonds. Congratulations to all of our prize winners tonight. Jeremy, do you have our list?
I do. The prize cam was super on top of it, as always. 100%.
The prize cam is the best prize cam.
So hold on, I'm going to do it.
I've got a question. Is Jason Edmonds local here to Huntsville?
That's my understanding. Jason, let us know.
I think so. I believe so.
Okay. Then he can pick up tickets at Haven. Just pull them. We'll say, or if he's not local, we can get them to him. So.
Okay, so we've done some tabulations. Matt, you did good. You got the stickers. You got the Bane drawing. You got the Duels card game, and you got the RoboCop versus Terminator comic. So definitely, I know that RoboCop thing. That's gotta hit you right in the soul, right? How you feel?
Oh yeah.
So Mrs. Expo is in the other room with Elijah. And so pop that back up real quick, Josh. So Elijah, the 11-year-old, guessed it right from the other room, but
that's amazing.
He doesn't need a ticket, so because he's under 12, he doesn't need a ticket.
But after next year,
that's right, he's paying.
Yeah, sorry, that's
It's
great.
like the RoboCop franchise. I don't really consider it a franchise because the first movie was the only thing that was good about that. The comic books were the comic books have been good, but RoboCop 2 and 3 and the Prime Directive TV series, it was just hot garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage.
What about the new movie? Did you like that?
No. It was garbage too.
We all knew the answer to that. Yes,
Hey.
Haley, we have got tickets for sale at Haven. You can swing by, pay cash monies, and pick them up.
Yes, and they will have tickets up until the day of the show. I will take more out there if need be. So they will have
There's
tickets.
still tickets at Haven.
Hey, dudes, if
Dude,
the worst happens to me and someone wants to make me a RoboCop, please tell them no. I don't want to be a RoboCop. Just
Why not? You
just
don't
let
want
them know. I'm not interested.
You don't
Okay,
want to be a super
so moving
robot?
forward. Huh?
You don't want
Just
to be a
any
super
kind of
robot?
robot. I just no robots for me. I'm just not into it. That idea is like worse than anyway.
It never pans out
so-
right.
Yeah, I mean, but not for me. I'm just Matt. You can be a robot. Okay,
No.
Chris B, you won the erasers and the Scooby Doo figure. Jason Edmonds, you picked up the variant comic for Firefly, and then it looks like you also picked up the Expo tickets. Congratulations! That's the biggest thing we've ever given away on this show.
That is
So
awesome.
it's a
Thank you to
huge
Jeremy
thank you.
Long for those tickets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. We appreciate you. Alan, you got the Canadian question, so that's $25 more to
Hey.
Haven Comics. You got the Baby Yoda pouch. So huge shout out to Christine. Thank you for all of the prizes that you've committed to the show. Zachary Jordan, you got the Walking Dead variant, and then that's it. That's all of them. Oh yeah, and Justin, you got the Vision comic. I don't want to be a Robo Realtor. Also, nobody wants to work with the Robo Realtor.
No.
Nobody.
Dead or alive.
This is the Rocket City, man. People might dig it. They won't. We get a lot of people who don't want to talk to other people. They might like having a Robo Realtor.
Yeah. If you don't want to talk to me and I'm your realtor, you got to just tell me right off the bat. And then I'll try my best because my mouth it never stops running.
Yeah.
It's true. We have another visitor.
Look, it's the little one. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
You're not as little as you used to be, Asher.
Huge.
I know.
You're just growing like a weed, young man.
I know. And he eats like crazy. Last night we had salmon, and he had 2 full pieces of salmon, and he's a good eater.
Yep.
Yep.
Rusty Stewart joining us tonight. Check that out. How awesome is that?
Rusty.
Better late than never.
My brother calls me a chicken nugget for absolutely no reason.
That's a thing that brothers
I'm
do.
telling the truth.
I believe you.
That dude.
I believe you. I had an older brother. He was terrible, so I just had to grow bigger than him, and now he's scared of me.
Yeah, so you just keep growing. I'm bigger than Uncle Jason, so.
Though, Josh, you're such a jolly fellow.
I got hardcore respect for
my
that.
rubbing Johnny Eli.
Well, you're not my brother, Matt.
By
You
the
never
way,
made me mad at you.
I'm almost
This is
taller. I'm
didn't
almost
bump
taller
the,
than my
Graphic
kindergarten.
comic.
I'm almost
Wow.
taller than my kindergarten teacher.
Wow.
I am.
Yeah,
That's
How tall are
impressive.
you?
Oh, that's insane.
Gigantor. All right, well, we'll make
I'm only a million feet big.
A million.
Alright.
That's big. That's big.
That is
All
pretty
right,
sizable.
you go to bed, buddy.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us for the Haven Comics Quiz Show. We appreciate it. Hope you guys had a good time. We always have a good time. Tune in next Thursday. We'll be doing it again here in a couple of weeks, April 9th through 11th, April 9, 10, and 11, the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. Get out there, go to the show, have a good time, wear your mask, do all the things. But it's going to be awesome, and you guys need to get out there and see it. Any last words you guys want to say before we let all these fine people go?
Come out to Haven, pick up your stuff. Come check us
that
out.
too.
Hang out with us. Let us know you are alive. We like it. Proof of life. We want to see it.
It's
Matt,
fun. It was
did you have a
fun.
good time? You won some stuff?
Yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. Well, it was good to
Very
see
fun.
you.
Good to see you guys. I'll try to
Jeremy?
swing by Saturday.
Please do. Jeremy, anything?
Asher said it all for me.
That he did. Chicken nugget. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We appreciate it.